Hello, thank you for tuning in to my channel where we simplify the practice of quantity surveying. Welcome to another episode where we shall be building up unit rate for ceramic skirting. Uh, Before I proceed, I want to appreciate us for finding my channel worthy to subscribe to. And if you are yet to subscribe, please hit the subscription button underneath your screen as you watch this episode. This is the only way you can continue to encourage us to do our little best to contribute to the practice of quantity surveying and engineering at large. Having said that, as we all know, ceramic skirting is a border item that is used to to cover the imperfection of the edges of tiles between the wall and the floor tiles. And these items are usually uh, prefabricated from the factory. But these items also are not commonly found in the market. So most buildings, most individual buildings are improvising by slicing uh, full tiles to whatever height they want their tiles to be. And because of this, we want to use the common scenario of what is obtainable in our market to build up our unit rate per square meter. And before we come to the rate proper, let us do some little computation on how to get your the pieces of or the linear meter of skirting in 1 square meter of tiles. And I'm going to be taking three different sizes of tiles out of the many we have in the market, floor tiles out of the many floor tiles we have in the market. I'm going to be taking a 60 by 60, a 40 by 40, and a 30 by 30 for my illustration. And if these tiles are coming in 60 by 60, depending on the preference of the client, if he wants his skirting to be 80 centimeter height or 70, which is the normal factory skirtings you can see for most public buildings. The tendency for you to have off cuts is likely. So many individuals will prefer to go with a height that will reduce to the barest minimum the wastages they will incur. So often you see people slice their skirting in 10 cm. 10 cm, because if you have a 60 by 60 tiles and you're slicing your 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 skirting in 10 cm, you're going to have 3 pieces out of one tiles. Then it's for 40 by 40, you're going to have 4 pieces of skirting from one tiles. If it is a 30 by 30, you're going to have 3 pieces from one tiles. So now if for you to compute what the likely price per linear meter is from a square meter of tiles, you will first of all calculate how many linear meter of skirting you're going to get from a 1 square meter of tiles. Then you divide the cost of the 1 square meter by the linear meter of skirting you were able to cut from 1 square meter. And that was what I did here. I have the length of the tiles because it's a 60 by 60. Whichever way you turn it, the length is 600. Then you are having 6 pieces coming out of 60 by 60. Then in a packet of in a square meter, you have 3 pieces of 60 by 60. So now, if you now multiply the 600 long by 6 pieces by 3 pieces of tiles, you're going to get a 10.8 linear meter. Then if your tiles per square meter is a 10,000, a 10,000 divided by 10 linear meter, 10.8 linear meter will give you a 925 naira 93 kobo. Then if it is a 40 by 40, because you're going to get a 4 pieces and the length is a 40 and the pieces in a square meter is a 600. It's a 6 number. If you multiply it, you're going to have a 9.6 linear meter. And if you now divide it by the cost per square meter of the tiles, assuming all floor tiles from the same brand, irrespective of their sizes, their prices is the same. I needed to point this out for us to know that it could be that 60 by 60 tiles price could be higher, could be lesser could be higher than 40 by 40, and 40 by 40 could be higher than 30 by 30. But I am assuming because they are the same tiles, the same quality, the same brand, but the sizes now is where the problem is. So I'm assuming that the price is the same. Why I needed to do this is for us not at every point you take the cost per linear meter of skirting to be the same amount. So you can see that you get more running length from a 60 by 60 than a 40 by 40. You get a more running length for a 30 by 30 than a 60 by a 40 by 40. And some might ask, how did I arrive at, how did I get my linear meter? How many pieces per square meter? If you divide 1 square meter by 0.6 by 0.6, you're having about three pieces of the tiles, 3 pieces of the tiles. Here also, if you divide, you're going to get 6. You're going to have 6 pieces in a pack to give you 1 square meter, because you can't have a smaller tiles that will give you 0.25. So you take the 6. Here also, if you divide 1 by 0.3 by 0.3, you're going to have 11 pieces. 11 pieces to give you this. So you can see that for 600 by 600, you're having 925 naira per linear meter. Dry cost is market price. Here you are having 1,041. Here you're having 1,010. So now, having understood this, let us now go to the build up rate proper. If you watch the last video I did concerning the floor tiles, I had 8 kg per linear meter. The 8 kg now is for a square meter. No, sorry, 8 kg per square meter. That same 8 kg is what I am going to use to lay a 10 linear meter in the case of 600. In the case of 600 by 600, it is a 10.8 linear meter. I'm going to use the same 8 kg to lay excuse me, I'm going to use the same 10 kg to lay a 10.8 linear meter of skirting. So now what I did is to divide the 8 kg, the 8 kg by 10 linear meter. It now give me per linear meter, I need a 0.74 kg to lay a linear meter of skirting. Of course, the cost per linear meter of skirting is a 925, which I brought here. I brought from here. So I could as well take this amount. I could as well take the other amount. But since this is for the purpose of illustration, I'm taking the cost per linear meter for 600 by 600 tiles. So I have a 925 per linear meter. Of course, you have to add weight, because during the cost of slicing, you might lost one, you might lost two pieces, depending. So, and during the cost of also laying, when you are striking it with your wooden rammer, you could damage one. So the tendency, since it's a fragile item, the tendency for you to lost one or two is there. So of course you have a 5% waste. Then the same joint, the same kilogram I needed for a 1 square meter of tiles, I applied the same thing by dividing that coverage by the total length, to give me what the kg is. And transportation, of course, I have my cost per square meter of tiles here. Then I divided it by 10.8 linear meter to give me cost per linear meter, which is 4 naira, which gives me 4 naira, who gives me 4 naira 55 4 naira 50 kobo per linear meter. So if you now sum up your total amount for all of this, you are going to get a 225 naira 0.66 kobo for material. The labor is not constant, depending on your bargaining power. The cost for laying one skirting is ranges between 150 to 300, depending on your bargaining power. Ranges from 200, let's say 200, because it's been long. I had the price for linear meter as 150. So let's assume now it could be between 200 to 300. So now 300 plus 1,225, you have a 1,525 per linear meter, excluding your profits, excluding your overheads, excluding your indirect. So this is your cost. So if you now apply this, you have different amount. If you apply this amount, you have different amount. So I believe I've been able to increase our understanding on how to build up rate for skirting, considering the fact that you can't get the factory made skirting in the market. Mind us, some people would like their skirting to be dull at the edge. So if in your locality you have factories where these tiles can be dulled, so you add the cost of dulling. So you create another rule here and put maybe cost of you can put the cost of dulling of edge. Let's even say edge preparation. Edge preparation per linear meter. Let's assume they are going to take let's say they are going to take it 200 per linear meter to dull the edge, and make it smooth so that it will not be sharp, that it could injure the skin or any other thing. So this is how you build up your unit rate for skirting. So please, if this has added to your understanding, please do share. Above all, hit the subscription button as a sign of encouragement to the little contribution we are making to the body of knowledge in the pursuit of quantity surveying career. Thank you. See you next.